Tonight at 5, we're learning more about a young man killed in a Madison shooting this weekend, how his family is honoring his legacy. And some evidence is being released after the verdict in the trial of Milwaukee judge Hannah Dugan, what jury members heard to make their decision. And it's a symphony of cash registers across the country as people get their last-minute shopping in. We'll show you how some locals are trying to catch up to Santa. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Merry Christmas Eve and happy holidays. Let's get a look at your Christmas Eve first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is on the weather patio. Looks pretty nice out there.
It is pretty nice out here. Pretty festive. A little bit of that snow. Yes, I know the snow is melting, but there's still a little bit there to put that festive feel in the air. And we're going to look at Radar 3000 because I'm going to be tracking not snow tonight. I'm going to be tracking some showers developing tonight and some drizzle. And that won't be the only time in the next couple days that I will be tracking showers and drizzle. Future Track showing some showers popping up rather quickly by the time we get to 7, 8 o'clock at night. If this is a little overdone, what we will likely have is some heavy drizzle across the area. But temperatures are mild, so that's good. That should hold down on those slick spots. Overnight lows, though, after the drizzle ends later tonight, will dip down into the upper 20s north of Madison. Will be 31 here in Madison and then mid-30s to the south. So we can't rule out a slick spot or two to start off your Christmas day. Otherwise, it's going to be cloudy and mild with highs ranging from 34 up at Douglas to 37 Madison to 38 in Janesville, and then more shower chances are going to be in the forecast after high temperatures in the mid-30s. Right now, temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s, so anything that falls right now, not going to be looking at those slick spots until, again, anything that's wet tonight might freeze just a little bit, but there's more showers in the forecast and some freezing rain that we need to track. I'll use Future Track to show you where those chances are best for freezing rain coming up when I'm back in just a little bit. Brady?
See you soon. Thanks, Alex. We have developing news out of Middleton tonight. A former police officer there has been indicted by a federal grand jury for alleged child sex crimes. 26-year-old Miles Shoemaker of Sun Prairie is accused of coercing or enticing a minor. At the time of his arrest, he was a patrol officer for the Middleton Police Department. Prosecutors allege Shoemaker committed the crime between November 5th and 9th of this year and faces a minimum of 10 years in prison if convicted. The city of Middleton has released a statement. It reads in part, the individual named in the indictment was briefly employed by the Middleton Police Department and resigned within 24 hours of his arrest. The alleged conduct is not connected to his duties as a city employee and was investigated by outside law enforcement agencies. Today, friends and family said goodbye to a 22-year-old Madison East graduate. Someone shot and killed Abubakar Dabo Saturday night near Portage Road in Madison. Tanisha Shaw went to his funeral and shows us how his loved ones are honoring his memory.
For me, it's really a big loss.
The Dabo family is spending their winter break burying a loved one.
Even though we lost him in a very tragic way, but we're still proud of him.
Roughly 200 people came together to remember Abubakar Dabo. His uncle, Alhaji Jallo, says this is a huge loss for everyone.
He's a good production of our community. He's a good production of the whole entire United States of America.
Dabo is Muslim and originally from Gambia. While he wasn't home celebrating the holidays, he was home during a winter break from classes at Vanderbilt University in Tennessee.
He wanted to help everybody. And that is one of the goals that he set for himself, to be a business consultant, to help minorities, to improve their lives and their business.
Dabo was preparing to graduate in May 2026.
Not everybody in our community, finishes like high school, be a student, go to the college, and about to graduate, they'll be on a scholarship. So these are things that when I remember, it's very sad for me.
Dabo died after someone shot him in Madison Saturday night. Someone also shot Dabo's brother, but he survived and was able to attend the funeral.
He came and he wanted to spend time with his brothers. After talking to his mother about his preparation for his graduation in May, he went to see his brothers, and they were in a car, and this happened.
Family says this moment is sad, but it's also a reminder to do better.
I think every youth who's listening to this, who can see this, can use him as an example. If you are doing good, do better. If you're not doing good, you can change your life.
Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
There are 2 persons of interest in custody connected to this case, but charges haven't been filed yet. Police say one person died after being shot last night in Fitchburg. At about 8:45, police were called to Pheasant Ridge Trail and Deer Valley Road, just north of Doxa Church, for reports of a possible gunshot victim. When officers arrived, they found a victim who had died from their injuries, despite life-saving measures. Fitchburg police say they believe that those involved knew each other and there is no threat to the public. They did not say whether a suspect or a person of interest was in custody. An Oregon federal judge says the Trump administration cannot withhold millions of dollars in emergency preparation funding from states that haven't proven their population counts. In October, FEMA ordered states to provide updated population numbers and to account for deportations before they can get any FEMA grant money. FEMA argued some states may have been getting inflated payments because most of the grant money is distributed based on U.S. Census data. A group of 11 states, including Wisconsin, sued. It's unclear when or if disaster aid will be provided after devastating flooding hit southern Wisconsin over this past summer. Immediately after the verdict was announced last week, Milwaukee Judge Hannah Dugan's attorneys vowed to appeal. They want the judge to throw out the jury's guilty verdict and hold a new trial altogether. In the meantime, Adam Reif shows us some of the evidence used in the trial.
125 pieces of evidence were painstakingly shown and reshown to jurors during witness testimony. Chronologically, it tells the story of what happened inside Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom and in the hallway outside on April 18th.
All rise.
It was 8:43 a.m.
Honorable Hannah Dugan is presiding.
Courtroom audio captures Judge Dugan preparing to call her first case of the morning.
Okay, so we'll call that case.
Judge,
All right.
we have 5 ice guys in the hall.
Her clerk, Alan Freed, said he'd call the chief judge, but Dugan stopped him. She collected Judge Cristela Cervera from a neighboring courtroom, then went into the hallway. Dugan interacted with agents for just over a minute. When she returned to her courtroom, she addressed the attorney she had called first.
As your appeal, please step back.
Then she called a different attorney.
What's the name of the client?
Eduardo Flores Ruiz.
And a short time later,
Ms. De La Rosas, take your client out and come back and get a date. Okay.
as Flores Ruiz's attorney got another hearing date with him still in the courtroom, Dugan and her court reporter whispered to each other.
Down the stairs.
This one or down the stairs? Oh, yeah. You want me to show him or should know?
Outside the jury door in Dugan's courtroom is a private hallway. It leads back to the public hallway where the federal agents were seen. But there is also a door to a stairway that leads down to the 5th floor.
You want me to show him? I don't know if she knows. She might go on.
I'll do it. Okay. I'll get the key.
I'd rather get in trouble.
There's no timetable for when Judge Lynn Adelman could decide the issue. The evidence also included several conversations between judges about immigration activity at the courthouse, including Judge Dugan's thoughts on the matter. A group of Democratic-led states, including Wisconsin, has filed a lawsuit challenging a new Trump administration policy that seeks to bar transgender care for minors at federally funded hospitals. The challengers allege this policy would violate the Administrative Procedure Act. The act puts guardrails on how executive branch agencies implement policies. The states claim the policy unlawfully interferes with their administration of Medicaid and impedes on the authority of states to regulate medical practices within their borders. The lawsuit was filed by 18 states and the District of Columbia. Christmas Eve can always lead to some exciting last-minute shopping. Nash Darrow was out and about in Madison this afternoon, taking a look at some of the festive scenes.
Brady, with Christmas just right around the corner, time is ticking here at Hilldale, where last-minute shoppers are out in full capacity and wrapped in Christmas spirit.
The outdoor shopping center was more energetic than usual this afternoon as shoppers filled the streets and sidewalks with a similar goal in mind, finding some last-minute gifts and fully embracing the holiday joy.
It's magical. It's also kind of tense because you have people coming, getting the last gift for their loved one.
Just out getting some last-minute gifts for our family. The kids and getting gifts for their dads and their siblings. So yeah, it's great, a little warm. Wish there was a little more snow, but it's great.
Hilldale always puts so much work into all of their festivities year round, so it's so fun to see how the mall has changed. Even when I was a kid, I was coming here when I was little.
Those festivities help come from Hilldale's general manager, Nancy Horn, who is always excited for the wintertime in Madison.
We do add different decor every year. We have different performances every year, and then the events that we have, we change it up and add something special. So there's always something new. and exciting for folks to check out and experience. Every Christmas Eve, I mean, it's just fun. I am here every Christmas Eve and love watching everybody have fun with their families.
It can always be a little bit stressful being out here on Christmas Eve, but it is important to remember who you are shopping for. Merry Christmas from Madison. I'm Nash Dara, News 3 Now.
Yeah, I hear you. I did some of that today, and I'm glad that I am done. Thanks, Nash. Well, some Hilldale stores close tonight at 7 p.m. So if you still need some of those last-minute gifts, well, you have some time, but some of those hours at the stores do vary. Holiday gatherings bring families together, but they can also cause stress and anxiety, right? Clinical psychologist Adam Borland with the Cleveland Clinic says family dynamics face extra pressure during the holidays, let's call it that. He recommends planning ahead, setting boundaries, and focusing on what you can control rather than trying to change other family members' behaviors.
We're living in incredibly stressful times, and family dynamics are not immune to that. It's important to go in with a toolbox in terms of how to manage these potential situations. I think you want to first off begin by planning ahead. Let's focus on the good things rather than, that family member that knows how to press your buttons.
Well, Borland says it's okay to walk away from uncomfortable situations. He also suggests partnering with a level-headed family member who can keep things calm. The psychologist emphasizes focusing on empathy, remembering difficult relatives may be dealing with their own challenges. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5, the Packers still have a chance at the playoffs. The game this weekend is a big one, and the most important part of both teams is up in the air. Jason Wilde shows us more after the break. Then Santa stopped in Wisconsin while getting ready for his big journey tonight. We'll hear how he continued the tradition in a small town of about 400 people. Okay, and speaking of Santa, we are tracking his trip in progress as he delivers presents all over the world. I'm told that he is somewhere over Africa right now, and 4 billion presents delivered so far. Wow. Do you think he listens to podcasts? I don't know. Okay, we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5, moving forward.
Well, the biggest question that is surrounding this Saturday's Packers-Ravens game is who is going to be the quarterback, and that's for both teams. News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde tells us more from Lambeau Field just a few days before the game.
The Packers still don't know if they will have starter Jordan Love, who's in the concussion protocol, or backup Malik Willis, who suffered a right shoulder injury against the Bears, as their starting quarterback on Saturday night against the Baltimore Ravens here at Lambeau Field. They're not the only ones with a little bit of a quarterback quandary. The Ravens don't know where they're at either, because Lamar Jackson is dealing with a back injury, which could mean that Tyler Huntley will get the start instead. For Matt LaFleur, it doesn't matter. The Packers have to be ready for both.
Both those guys are extremely athletic. The one thing that's unique, I would say, about them versus maybe some other teams is they're gonna run their offense because both of those guys are capable of, they're beating with your arm or they can beat you with their legs. So there's a lot of similarities. I would say there's more similarities than not. Certainly Lamar's. He's been an MVP of this league, so we all know the type of talent that he has.
We'll have coverage of both quarterback situations and everything else you need to get ready for Packers-Ravens on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for the Packers newsletter, which delivers that coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Thank you, Jason. Well, staying on the Packers, the Green Bay Packers organization says it's raised more than $32,000 for the Salvation Army this holiday season. In just 3 autograph sessions at Green Bay businesses, the team raised more than $12,000. Along with that, former Packer Vonnie Holliday took part in a bell-ringing competition, raising under $700 in an hour. Then the team made a $20,000 donation to the Salvation Army. Wonderful. Woohoo! Well, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is back with the forecast. A win on Saturday would be great. Maybe make up for this lack of snow.
That's very true. That's very true. I don't have snow, though, in the forecast on Saturday, unfortunately. But if you want temperatures that are in the 40s and you really want to enjoy one more last day of warmth, Saturday is it. And that's actually part of the three things you need to get out of the forecast tonight. Little showers, some drizzle activity. As we go into Christmas Day night, we can't rule out some freezing rain north of Madison. But then in between, of course, is Saturday. Warm because we're going to turn sharply colder as we head into Sunday. We use Radar 3000 right now because I want to just take a peek here and see if there's any shower activity across southern Wisconsin. We are expecting showers to rapidly develop. If not showers, then heavy drizzle as we head towards 8, 9 o'clock here. Take note, Mineral Point, Madison, over towards Watertown, over towards Janesville, a couple of isolated showers. Not seeing any pink here on this map, meaning we're not expecting any freezing rain at this junction. But as we go into Christmas Day itself, cloudy skies, staying cloudy until we get into Thursday night. More showers starting to break out 6, 7, 8 o'clock off to the south and west, Boscobel, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, and they become a bit more widespread. And just north of Madison, over from Camp Douglas to Adams County, Marquette, Green Lake counties up towards central Wisconsin, we can't rule out just a brief period of freezing rain mixing in that could cause a couple of slick spots across areas north of the Dells. The rest of us, we're just going to stay with shower activity overall through Christmas Day night, and then that ends on Friday morning. So be on the lookout. A little bit of freezing rain north of the Dells, a couple of slick spots cannot be ruled out as we go into Christmas Day night into the 26th, which would be Friday morning. We can't even rule out a slick spot tonight for Madison areas to the north. If we get any drizzle, any wet surfaces will just get right underneath freezing, and that could cause a slick spot or two. Not expecting significant travel delays overnight going on into Christmas Day, but just be on guard. As I always mention, those sidewalks too can always pose a bit of that iciness, and you just sometimes can't expect that. And we've got the 30s to near 40 for high temperatures as we go into Christmas Day, way above normal. Rug gets pulled out from underneath us Sunday going on into Monday, and then we stay in the grips of that cold air as we go out towards 26. We see that here with our temperatures on Sunday in the upper 30s to near 40 through at least noon. Then a strong cold front comes through during the day on Sunday. Temperatures plummet. We could even have some rain changing over to some snow showers on the backside, but we're not expecting significant accumulations at this point in time. And Monday morning, behind all of that cold front activity, temperatures in the -10 to -15 degree range with that wind chill. So get ready. The Arctic air is back on its way after we get through Sunday, and it's staying with us through the beginning of 2026. Some indication we could have a Clipper-like system on New Year's Eve that could bring us a little bit of light snow, but that is a ways off. Until then, enjoy the mild weather while it lasts, because by the time we get to the end of Sunday again, it's back to reality. Winter is coming back, Brady.
A lot left to go.
Yes.
Thanks, Alex. When we come back, Santa and delivering gifts go hand in hand. But what about delivering the mail? We'll check in with Rudolph, Wisconsin, where they spotted Santa ahead of tonight's trip. And speaking of Santa, the official tracker is right here. We are tracking his trip in progress as he delivers presents all over the world. According to this tracker, he is now headed for Guinea. He's delivered quite a few presents so far. We'll have more updates coming up. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
For 80 years now, the village of Rudolph has become a unique stop for mailing holiday cards. Well, thanks to its special postmark, of course. This time of year, it brings in all sorts of crowds, including Santa. Madison Mirande shares the festivities.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Santa Claus came out early this year to help deliver holiday packages and celebrate a bustling season for the Rudolph Post Office. Since Thanksgiving, the U.S. Postal Service processed about 9.5 billion pieces of mail nationwide.
It is very busy. The carriers actually work a lot of hours. Some of them are going 11 hours in a day just so that we can get everybody's packages out.
Matthew Verholst is the supervisor for the Wisconsin Rapids Post Office, and for today, the acting postmaster and Santa Claus.
You want to come sit on my lap?
Santa, the Grinch and Max, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer were all spreading holiday cheer.
Especially with the kids coming in, put a smile on their faces.
And celebrating delivering more mail than they usually do this time of year. The day was also about a stamp unique to Rudolph. People come from out of town and send letters here from out of the country just for this special stamp. Since December 13th, staff have canceled 9,200 letters with the Rudolph Country Christmas stamp. The holiday stamp changes every year, making it very appealing for collectors and continuing to bring in business.
It helps us to show that people still use the Postal Service and that we are their top choice to get their letters out.
The Rudolph Post Office has offered its holiday decorative stamps for 80 years. Well, Alex is back with a final check of the weather when we return. And also, I know everyone's waiting. Where is Santa right now? We are tracking his progress as he is delivering presents around the world. Last spotted heading for the Western Sahara, so he has a bit of a ways to go before he gets to Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
You know the flamingo, but you probably haven't seen one in the wild. That may be changing. Tonight on the CBS Evening News, we will show you the hopeful signs coming out of Florida's Everglades. And the elf on the shelf is everywhere this holiday season, from homes to schools and on Saturday Night Live. How one family's gut instinct became Christmas magic for millions. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And tonight at 6, Nash Dara takes us back out to the stores to see how Wisconsinites are handling their last-minute shopping lists. Well, a Dane County hunter may have taken one of the biggest whitetail bucks in state history. Wow, that's huge.
I was trying to count.
22-year-old Stephen Lumens tagged the massive deer on the final day of Dane County's extended Metro gun season using his grandfather's rifle. Lumens had tracked the buck for months while bow hunting before switching to a gun on December 10th. The buck's rack is green, scoring nearly 192 inches. Typical, a score that could place it among the top 10 ever recorded in Wisconsin once officially measured. I bet he has a lot of stories he's telling his friends and family this Christmas.
I bet so. I was trying to count, but I lost count on that one.
A lot of snow in that photo, too.
Yeah, some places, central northern Wisconsin, still have some snow. They haven't gotten quite as warm as we have down here, but we still have some patches out there. Let's take a look at our 10-day forecast. After a mild stretch, the rug gets pulled out from underneath us. We're going to have a big change on Sunday. So you want to tune in tonight at 6. I'm going to have our travel forecast, what you can expect across the Midwest the next few days.
Sounds good. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 5. Coming up is the CBS Evening News. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for News 3 Now at 6. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.